Yo, 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 yo. H Town, a hometown podcast. It's Jose here, riding solo today. Um, Hope everybody's doing good. Michael and Edwin are they're not joining tonight. Some matters came up, real life. So, it's understandable. And yeah, so that's that. Let me just do something real quick before we um yeah. Listening to myself here. So you did. Rayski in the house. That's my youngest son. He's in the back right now. Um. So let's see. Let me share this too. Let's go here and let's go. Let me see. How can we do this? Boom. Here we go. Paste. Let's see what we got. I think we can do this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I think we're live. So I wanted to try something new. I did the broadcast straight from YouTube into Facebook to see if that could work. Just trying a couple of things, strategies. You know what time it is. Shout out to Edwin. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to their families, their loved ones. Man, I miss them already. Dun 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 dun. Some family matters came up, so um, they had to call out, and all the prayers to them, to Edwin, to Jay, and their family, their loved ones, and also to Michael and his lady. Hopefully, they can join on our next episode, and so on and so forth. Um, so that's that. Let's see. I think we're probably gonna save. We'll see how it goes. I think the reason why I didn't cancel tonight, live tonight, was just to at least just come and say hi, say what up, and I didn't join the past live that they did on Monday. I believe the Q&A session that they had. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I was running behind with the family, and also then I had to shoot to work. So you don't want some at the grind. It's kind of hard. But that's that. Um, but yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Um, it's crazy when you're running solo. Needless to say, I appreciate it and I love my friends first. Aside from the project. Um, um, but um, but yeah, my my crew. I it's either one of us whenever something comes up here, one of us is it's good to have a team, to have people to work with, even just running the board and stuff, whether it be reading whatever, comments and people's input, to switching the screen, or all of that. And I can't multitask, so that's that. um all right, let's see. um okay, so we're good. Yeah, I wanted to open the invite as well to anybody who wanted to join the conversation. Let me know so I can send you an invite. If you would like to join, if you like to come in, or there's any matters that you want to discuss or talk about. Uh, that being said, I also know that one of the reasons why I wanted to do the live, or the the cast tonight also was to kind of catch up with anybody who we missed in the past conversations or in the past lives that we've done in regards to them having anything like Ricky. I know Ricky reached out to one of the guys um, with a desire to come on. So I wanted to make sure that if he does watch this, or if you guys can tag him, whoever's watching or whoever gets to see the replay, um, that he's more than welcome to come and kind of like yeah, give us his heart and his mind in regards to you know what he has ahead of him, and I think he's running as a candidate as well um for Hudson. Um, so yeah, I think it's only fair that he has the same opportunity for him to come in and kind of you know say his speak his mind in regards to our town, and that this is a fair platform for everybody. That being said, shout out to Dana. I He reached out the other day, and just his support and also just his understanding of the vision. That this is a community project, um, and him just kind of giving us his support to say that he's willing to come on and also be able to join on an episode as soon as we get to map it out. He said that he's busy with the NFL and school and life. But he gave me his digits, so we just gotta map that out. I'm excited for that conversation. Proud of him for everything that he's doing, and for just following his heart above everything. Um, so that's that. Um, Let me see what else. Uh, what else do we got? Um, I believe for next week, I'm gonna just um, put this out there. I think one of the conversations that we'll be having is, kind of family matters, but we're gonna integrate it with family separation and specifically, just talk a little bit about the border situation. Given that it's something that kind of um, affects me personally in a way, maybe not so much directly as we speak or in the moment, but I feel that because I come from another country into the states, it definitely weighs in heavy in my heart and my mind and life. So I also feel convicted that it is a conversation that I want to have, and yeah, talk to my community in the sense of my Hispanic or South America, and just kind of check in with them and see what the deal is in regards to that. Um, Now, I think as a guest, what we have is somebody I gotta confirm with my co-host to make sure everything works out well. But he already locked in for next Thursday, and that's gonna be happening next Thursday. Um, Let me see, pa. Wow, Reisky in the back. He's here with me for moral support. Given the fact that I'm riding solo tonight. Um, this is where I need somebody, right? This is where we would need the team checking in and saying like, "Yo, your mic is low. They can't hear you. Or you're coming in staticky, or you're cutting out, so on and so forth." But we don't have that tonight, so that's that. Maybe I should be live streaming to the what's it called, to the Facebook group as well. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Da, 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 da. Who's watching? Somebody's watching. Maybe it's me watching myself speak. Yo, let me see. Da, 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 da. Shout out to my boy Eric. Eric and I go way back to the farm days. I know he tuned in today. He's like, "Yo, send me the link to your podcast." And so all the love to him. He teased me in regards to like, "Yo, kind of like tuning in and what's it called?" And spilling the beans or telling stories about the good old days at the farm. Shout out to Eastleigh Farm. If anybody knows where that is, that's I think that's South Framingham or North. Can't I don't even know what direction. Better side, I should say. Um, but shout out to Eric if he's watching. And yeah, and I told him, yo, you're welcome to tune in or to spill the beans or share stories, really, for that matter, in regards to those days, because I feel like it's testimony to my better and my worst days of my younger days, if that makes sense. It might not, um, but yeah, that's that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, somebody's crying on my end.
Alan, you open the door.
What happened?
I'm gonna take it out. But you.
Ah, here we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, here we go. Do, 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 do. All right, let me see. Okay, trying to figure this out. Usually, Cruz is the one that does this. Let me see. Ah, here we go. Boom. Okay, should back up this one here. Okay, here we go. Oh, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dun 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 dun. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways, so yeah, I think we're still good. I think it might have cut out or something. Yeah, man. So that's that. All right. Shout out to William for joining the cast last Monday. Um, I know. I know he's been working on his music, on his projects and whatnot. But thank you for having the or taking the time to join and just kind of chopping it up with the guys. I was able to watch the replay a couple of times, and that was awesome. You guys talked about you know cancel culture. That was interesting. Um, and also you guys talked about dreams and just dark side stuff. I don't know, something like that. Can't remember exactly, but um, but yeah. And originally we were supposed to have 16 bars from like what, like 3 episodes ago. I think that's what it is. But we still haven't gotten to that, and it was supposed to go down tonight, but um, didn't happen either. Um, so yeah, let me see. All right. Do 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 do. Let me see. Let's talk. So many things we could talk about, really. Um, but I think for that matter, here we go. Do 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 do. My internet's kind of bad here on my phone internet, and I don't want to jump on the Wi-Fi because I don't want to knock the broadcast down. For that matter, here we go. Okay, we'll leave that there. Um, okay, let's see. Shout out to J Bomb. I know that we've been talking and he's been working on our logo stickers. I know that we mentioned that in the previous episodes, and I mean he's killing it with the design that he sent us back, an improved version of what we gave him. So just just love to him for taking the time and for caring that much. Just kind of like not just give us something um mediocre, but saying, let me see how I can improve this, and you know give you that, give you something better back. And I appreciate that. So stay tuned, that should be coming in uh sometime, and we'll keep you posted on that. Obviously we're gonna make sure we give those out, and we show the love and appreciation that we have for all of you who have been um supporting us with this project. Shout out to anybody watching the Bruins right now and all the sports, um whatever is going on tonight. Um that's not necessarily my where my heart is at, but I know it's important for a lot of folks. um and let me see. Shout out to Vanessa Nunez. Got back to me in regards to the cups or the mugs that we're gonna be making also, or just kind of, yeah. We shout out to her and her sister. They got this business uh venture that they they're doing. So anybody that needs that needs supplies or needs merch, reach out to her. I'm sure you can find her on Facebook. um Wish I could, it's just harder for one person to do this, but um I'll probably afterwards I'll put the links in for for J Bomb and for Vanessa and for everybody that I mentioned, in regards to any products or any business that they have, that they offer to the community. So that's that. um Man, so I guess before I keep rambling and close the stream, just want to say, anything that you guys, I don't know how everybody's feeling these days. There's so much going on still, and we are in March, middle of March. Let's say almost at the end of March, right? So like 4 months in, into the year, um, you know, and it's wild just to think about it. Actually, that it's actually been 4 months already. Um, just kind of checking in with everybody. How is everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How is your heart? What's weighing in heavy in your heart, in your mind? Do you have peace in your mind? And I think, I just want to encourage everybody to kind of have those sit downs with themselves, and just analyze on their life, and really just, you know, just just kind of challenge yourself, to ask yourself, are you happy, or what makes you happy for that matter? And if you're not happy, why? I feel like in a world where we are so distracted and entertained on the daily, I mean, there's so many things that are trying to get our attention, and life itself, just even that, we're so busy and caught up with responsibilities. And we have to, for our livelihood, for survival. um, just wondering, and just more as a challenge, in an encouraging way, of just asking, like, how are you feeling? Have you checked? Have you taken the time to, sit down, and just take a breather and wonder, just sit down and really, um, ask, how's your heart? You know, um, how's your state of being? And what's going on with you, with your heart, with your life? Where are you right now, and where do you want to go? And I feel that, that's to each his own in regards to everybody, because I feel like, yeah, that's different for everybody, right? Like everybody can find themselves at different places in their lives. Um, so, and not everybody has to go at the same pace either. But I think the real dilemma is always, just wondering or asking yourself whether you are going in the direction that, direction of your dreams, for one. um, and if not, then what's holding you back? What's stopping you from being happy, or better yet, from finding that happiness? And what is happiness to you? And I think that's different for everybody. um, but ultimately, I feel like in a world that's growing bitter and cold, I feel that, it all starts with each of us individually, addressing ourselves, asking ourselves, what is important in our lives, and kind of addressing that. um, why are you bitter? Why are you growing cold? Why have you lost hope? um, and take the time to think about that, or to marinate on that, and then follows the question of, like, why aren't you happy, or what's holding you back? And just kind of dwell on that as well. And I think one of the biggest subjects, if not the subject that we will always, or that I will always go back to is or fall back on is brokenness. And I feel that, you know, we're all hearts and we're all souls, and I think that although a lot of us are so caught up with life, right, with survival, I think many times we either intentionally choose to ignore the fact that, you know, to some extent everybody's broken. And if you're not, shout out to you and all the power to you, you know. And if anything, I want to hear from you as somebody who's in a place of happiness, and less broken, if not broken at all, what allowed you to get to that point, and what can you offer to the community so we can all get better, you know, as a community and individually. um, but if you're not, right, if you're not, and then you know that, and I think that's ultimately everybody's own personal conversation. You know, why aren't you, why are you broken? And you know, if you don't know, or if you lost hope, that there is a way out. You know, there is a way where you can be free within your heart, within your mind, to be a better version of yourself. um and whether you, and I don't know if you know that or not, right? And maybe you don't. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a way that you can reach happiness. And happiness is not so much what we've been taught, you know. It's more of the happiness within yourself. And we said it before, and I always say it, and I think I'll never get tired of saying this or repeating it, or every time I get an opportunity to talk about this, I will. That, you know, it all starts with yourself. It all starts within you, and we talked about it before. That self-love, you know, that forgiveness to others, forgiveness to yourself for that matter also, you know. But it starts with loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and knowing and believing that, man, you are here in this earth for a greater purpose, for a big purpose, for a unique. You're an anomaly. You know, you're one of a kind. You have something to offer to this world, just as you are, not trying to be somebody else, but just as you are, you know. And if you don't know that, I'll be the first one to tell you that, you know, that your heart is precious, your life is precious, and whatever you're going through in life, however life is knocking you down, I want you to know that, you know, that there is hope. And you just gotta hang in there and press on. Um, Maybe you're about to give up. Maybe you're going through something that's just discouraging you, and you can't seem to find, you know, hope or another reason. Just hang in there, and better yet, the reason is you. Give yourself a fair chance. And I think that even though life might be tough, or you might be going through things, I think it starts with you believing in yourself and knowing that you are worth. But all that doesn't really matter, or what I'm here to tell you doesn't really matter if you don't start believing in it. For a long time, and I'll talk about this. For a long time, you know, I thought about just how, for a long time, you know, I ran self-righteous. Better yet, let's put it that way. And you know, over time and over life, I had to kind of um, walk differently and kind of reevaluate my belief system and my thought, and for that matter, really get to know God, you know, directly, and not through other people, not through other beliefs, not through what other people told me or taught me, but really find Him for who He is. And I found out that He's more real. God is more real than what I thought He was. That the love of Jesus is more real than what I thought it was. And you know, maybe you tried other things, or you can try whatever you like, whatever pleases you, whatever you think is appealing to you. But if I can offer you an option rather than shove them down your throat or tell you that this is the way it is, if I can offer anything, man, whenever you're feeling at your lowest, whenever you're feeling down, just reach out to Jesus, reach out to God and say, man, you know, here I am and I need you. And I promise you that He'll listen, you know. And ultimately, what he wants is, just your pure heart, just as it is. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to do anything. Just bring it to him as you are, and he'll do the rest. And obviously, once you get to know him, you realize that he's a loving God, and that he'll grab you from wherever you are, however you are, and he'll work within your heart, within your life, and he'll love you as you were intentioned to be from the get-go. I know this world is cruel, this world is hard, cold, but God is real, and his love is still real, it's still present now more than ever. His grace is more attainable, more reachable now more than ever. At the times that we're living, I feel that we all need hope. And if you ever find yourself that you want an option, I'll say call out to God, and he'll answer. He won't let you down because he's that real. Um, Needless to say, that's that. Um, Moving on to maybe just life itself. Love your kids. I think that's the most, find happiness within you, within what you have in front of you. I sometimes Carlos Rojas, shout out to him wherever he is. He said this to me in my younger days that happiness is not about having what you want, but wanting what you already have. I'll say that again. Happiness is not about having what you want, but wanting what you already have. So if you have life, if you have health, if you have family, if you have your loved ones with you, I'm sure there's many things that you would love to have or that you would like to have. But I think that if you start just with the things that you already have and loving that and wanting that, um, I think that's a great place to start. I believe that's a great place to start. Um, and from there on, just if you take that same approach to everything, you'll realize that, man, um, life is that simple. It's so complex because it's that simple. And obviously we have responsibilities. You gotta work. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. That's necessary, and that's just the way life is, especially here in the States. Um, but if you start loving and appreciating or with the minimal things, just living a grateful life, you'll have an easier way of just loving everything else about it. And somebody, and then the other part to that, or another thing that I wanted to say, mm, your children, yeah, your family, your loved ones, um, they look up to you, especially the little ones. So it's in your best interest for you to address yourself, to address your heart, address, the things that you don't like about yourself, so you can be a better person, so you can be a better version of yourself, so you can give your loved ones, the ones that look up to you, um, a good example, a good role model of and prep them, right, equip them with great tools, and just a good example of of life, or when they start walking their own life on their own, they'll remember and they'll look at you as you know as the hero that you really are. So that's that. I think there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. um Let me see. Yo, shout out to Seth. He just he's like, I just saw this. I sent him an invite to see if he wanted to come on tonight, because I know he said he was willing anytime. Um, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate the willingness, anyways, and it really, I think um, you know, this project is such a humbling experience, because I'm constantly like one of the guys you constantly challenge me to be better. And humility, I'm learning, or I have learned, and the battle is always to constantly stay reminded that humility is uh the greatest tool that any human being can have, really, because from humility comes power. And my friends Michael and Edwin constantly challenge me to do that, to stay humble and stay pure and stay true to what the real cause or the real reason to this project is. So with that being said, there'll be many times where we'll have different conversations on the live streams or on the episodes, really. But I think our greatest goal will always be, to be constructive, to be positive, and to build each other up, to build a community above any other benefit that comes with doing this project. So, and with that being said, it could be one day that we reach a lot of viewers. It will be a lot of days where people will join and tune in and have lots of conversation with us and interact. Where it could be just that one time that person is looking to hear the right thing, and that right thing might come from loving hearts such as mine or Michael's or everyone's, with a positive and life changing words, and glory to God for that matter. But that's what this whole project is about. So whether it be 50 people, whether it be 20 people, whether it be 12 people, whether it be just that one person watching the replay or watching the whole conversation, watching the live stream, but understands or can connect with us, and just kind of like say, or get something out of it. I think ultimately that is what matters. Um, so I appreciate all the support from everybody thus far, the whole community. Um, and this was a project that was placed on my heart, um, by God, really. And it came out of, obviously the inspiration from Him, um, but also the conviction too. That I think where we are in life, there's everything else trying to distract you, like I said, or trying to entertain you. But there's not many conversations being had about real things, right? Such as our pain, our brokenness, and really getting to the bottom of it all. So, there's I'm sure we have many opportunities, and we will. There'll be times where we can have conversations that are light. There'll be times where we can talk about things happening around us that, everybody else is talking about. But I think ultimately the goal and what God placed in my heart is that, it's time that we start talking about real things. And that's the pain that you are going through. That's the brokenness that you are going through, that I'm going through. And with conversation, we might just get somewhere, right? With peeling the layers, we might just get somewhere. Um, and I think that, it's a start. I don't necessarily want you to think that you have to have these conversations with me. And like I said it before, with Edwin or with Michael or with us, we are, however, saying that that it's time for us to really, if we want to get it anywhere, individually, personally, or as a community as a whole, if we want to make the difference in our community, then it starts with us individually, right? And the way you can be better is if you start addressing what's inside. Um,
Daddy, this is so heavy.
it is very heavy.
I can't even put it.
I think you got it, Papa. You can put it back. There's this motivational speaker that said, that said that there's this African proverb that goes like this: if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can't do you any harm, right? So I'm gonna wrap this up. So with that being said, the family's here, my kiddos are here, and I gotta go see this final project. But if there's if you're constantly addressing what's eating you inside, right? If the enemy inside is everything that limits you, everything that takes away from you being better and going to the next step in your life, right? If there's nothing of that inside, then the enemy outside, that's everybody, right? That's all the forces trying to stop you from getting to where you need to be or where you need to go. If there's nothing in here holding you back, then there's nobody out there that can tell you that you can't go where you need to go or where you want to go. So, you know, little by little, step by step, day after day, but just don't give up. So if I have to say anything, don't give up and let's keep going forward. Um, Thank you again for all the support on this project. And next week we'll be having, hopefully the crew will be back. That's Michael, Edwin, and we'll be having a guest. Um, and we'll probably be tackling the family.
And we have a baby.
We do. We'll be tackling the family, immigration or the border situation, family separation, all of that good stuff. So tune in. Love you guys and thank you for all the support. And let's keep let's keep building the community that we wanna have for our children or for the future generations. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.